that all of you don't pay higher electric bills so data centers that are owned by the richest corporations on the planet can make more money? Are we going to make sure that your electricity bills don't go up for them?
Yes!
And we need to make sure that big oil and the biggest polluters don't pass on the check to all of us, because polluters should pay.
Yes!
And we need to make sure that big tech doesn't write all the rules, that we write the rules, and we make sure that AI doesn't strip Americans of the dignity of work. Are we going to do that?
Yes!
And we're going to make sure they can't snuff out the light on the Statue of Liberty. Are we right about that, my fellow Americans?
Yes!
So look, we have a lot of work to do. And I'm often asked by people, when's the cavalry coming? Where are they? And my message to you, and you know this because you're here, is you are the cavalry. We the people. I know all of you remember that right after he was sworn in, Donald Trump began his unlawful assault on hardworking federal employees. Federal employees who work every day to deliver services to the American people. You remember he brought in Elon Musk, who took out his chainsaw not to make government more efficient, but to rig the government in favor of billionaires like him. One of the people who stood up and spoke out was Dr. Jenna Norton, a career public health researcher at the National Institutes of Health. Dr. Norton blew the whistle on the outrageous actions that threaten the health and well-being of the American people. And she has been retaliated against because she was willing to stand up and tell the truth. But here's what we all know. When the history of this moment is written, the politicians and the law firms and the universities and the corporations who appease the bullies will be exposed as the cowards they are. And the people who are standing up to save our democracy, like all of you gathered here today, and people like Dr. Norton, they will be remembered as those who preserved our Constitution and our democracy. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Jenna Norton.
Thank you, Senator Van Hollen. I'm so honored to be here today, speaking up with so many other brave people in my personal capacity. As Senator Van Hollen noted, in November of 2025, I was placed on administrative leave from the job that I loved at the National Institutes of Health because I blew the whistle on the wrongdoing that I saw there. The Trump administration put research participants and public health at risk by a... Is that better? So, thank you, Senator Van Hollen, and thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. I am very honored to be here today with all of the brave folks who have been speaking up, and I am here in my personal capacity. So as Senator Van Hollen noted, I was placed on administrative leave in November of last year because I spoke up about the wrongdoing that I was seeing in a job that I used to love at the National Institutes of Health until it was fundamentally changed. The Trump administration put research participants and public health at risk when they abruptly terminated NIH studies. By halting these studies, they also wasted taxpayer resources. When you halt a study, a 5-year study, a $5 million study, 4 years in, you don't save $1 million, you waste $4 million. And they continue to this day to censor research in violation of the courts, erasing people from science who don't fit their vision. Black people, Hispanic people, immigrants, LGBTQ+ people, all Americans who deserve to have their unique research needs addressed. They are creating a science that serves the few instead of a science that serves all of us. When this began, I knew that speaking up was my right, but I also believed that it was my duty. I first spoke up inside the National Institutes of Health, but when my concerns were not addressed by leadership at NIH, I felt that I had no choice but to join with hundreds of my colleagues at NIH to take those concerns to the public. Tonight, you are hearing from those most affected by the Trump administration. But civil servants like me are not the only ones affected. The lawlessness at the National Institutes of Health affects all of us. Last year, the Trump administration funded 24% fewer new research studies with about the same amount of money. That means fewer future cures for all of us. The Trump administration also funded 20% fewer early career researchers, creating a brain drain that will damage our economy and end American leadership in science exploration as our best and our brightest seek positions abroad. The Trump administration tried to silence us by putting me and other federal employees who have spoken up on retaliatory administrative leave. They do not want you to know how they are destroying your government, our government. But we will not stop speaking up. This is our country, and when we come together, we are powerful. Thank you.
That's exactly what we need to be hearing tonight. Coming up next, we have a congressman from the state of Texas who's the chair of the Democratic Congressional Progressive Caucus. These days, people look at the word progressive and they think it means something, but it's not. What it is every basic human thing that we all deserve, we should get it. That means affordable health care. That means due process. That means basic human civil rights. Congressman Greg Casar from the state of Texas is here with a woman by the name of Jill Cordick. Jill is a retiree from last year. Her premiums used to be $75 a month, courtesy of the enhanced premium tax credits. But again, the Republicans and Donald Trump with the big bullshit bill didn't care about those enhanced tax credits and said, we're not giving it to Americans anymore. So now Jill's premiums have increased tenfold this year. So now it costs $800 a month for $9,600 a year for health care. Please welcome Congressman Greg Casar and Jill Cordick.
Buenas noches, Washington, D.C. How are we doing tonight? I'm not in the Capitol building tonight because I have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen. For an hour or two or three or four, a man who's made $4 billion off of being president is going to lecture you, the American people, about how good you have it. A man who is building himself a golden ballroom is going to tell you that if you're struggling to get by, that's your fault because he's killing it. A man who flies around in a $400 million palace in the sky is going to tell you how good the economy actually is. He's going to tell us that the State of the Union is strong. Strong for who? Donald Trump and his billionaire donors' bottom line might be strong. The Epstein class certainly is going strong. But the state of our union is about all of us. And everyone but Donald Trump's rich friends know that it's a disaster. Our union is not strong when millions of folks like Jill are seeing their health care premiums go up 2 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times higher. Our union is not strong when Americans fear they could be killed or taken by masked agents in our streets. And now the latest news is that Trump is going to talk about in his speech tonight another tax cut for the richest people in this country and for big corporations. 17 million Americans are already paying for Donald Trump's last billionaire tax cut by losing their health care. Do we need another one? No! Read my lips. No new billionaire tax cuts. It's time for them to pay their fair share so that every man, woman, and child in this country can have a job that pays a living wage, and affordable child care, and health care as a basic human right for every single person. And while we're at it, we should get big money out of politics so that both parties answer to the people and not to billionaires. Not another cent to the billionaire class, not another cent to the Epstein class. We will fight this Trump proposal tonight, tooth and nail, and we will make sure that the Republicans that vote for it lose their jobs. What do you say? Yo, we don't need to hear what Donald Trump says tonight because we see what he does. He steals from working Americans to give to the rich. Donald Trump doesn't owe us a 2-hour rambling speech. He owes the American people their money back. If he wants to help the American people, he should shut up and pay up and give every family the $1,700 that he took from them with his illegal tariffs. How about that? How about instead of giving us a rambling speech, he gives us the $4 billion back he took in bribes while he's been president this last year? How about instead of wasting our time in that Capitol, he gives us the $1 trillion back he gave in tax cuts to the 1%. But he's probably not going to give us that, so it's time for us to go and do it ourselves. Because I know things are bad, y'all, but here's the thing about the state of our union. We can change it. You know the phrase, we the people, in order to build a more perfect union. And this year, Americans have a chance to send Donald Trump a message about the kind of union we're going to build. Because next year, with all of our work and the work of Americans like those you're hearing from tonight, Trump will face a very different Congress. A Congress that does not bow down to him, but stands up to him and holds him and all of those criminals accountable. You gotta believe it. And that's gonna happen, not because of people in power, but because millions of brave, everyday Americans are speaking up about how they're getting screwed by Donald Trump. And I have the honor of being joined by one of them tonight. Please give a very loud, very warm welcome to Jill Cordick.
There was someone earlier today or this evening that said they were from Arizona and it was a little cold. I'm from Iowa. This is balmy. So tonight, as President Trump is delivering the State of the Union and obviously bragging about the fantastic economy he's produced, I'd like to take a moment and tell you a little bit about how his economy is affecting me. When I retired, I benefited from the ACA tax credits, as you all have heard. $75 a month, a little over $900 for the year. Then, as a part of Trump's agenda, enthusiastically supported by Representative Marionette Miller Meeks, they voted to shut down the ACA tax credits. A decision that I'm sure she's applauding tonight behind us in the Capitol. Because of that, I now pay just short of $10,000. So from $900 to $10,000. Affordability looks very different today. So now I found myself shopping a little different at the grocery store. I'm in Iowa, so yes, we do layer up and use blankets, all in an attempt not to raise my heat bill. And honestly, I am making choices to defer health care, just all in great fiscal caution, as I'm looking at least a $10,000 deductible.
No, it's
there are millions of Americans that are affected by the loss of the ACA credits. In Iowa specifically, there are around 100,000. 13,000 have opted not to sign up and be in the marketplace this year. That's 13,000 Iowans trying to navigate the healthcare systems without coverage. This isn't abstract. These are real policy choices, errant policy choices, and they're harming real people like me. And these intentions, and the intentions here that these leaders are these guys are supposed to be representing us. Too many syllables here. Yet, they continue to disappoint us. They've just shown us, the Republicans and Donald Trump, how out of touch they are with real Americans. So when they choose tax breaks for the wealthy over affordability, that dastardly word that Donald doesn't like, affordability for Americans, they're turning their very back on the people that they are supposed to be representing. So thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Y'all good? Y'all doing good? You doing okay? All right, wonderful. Coming to the stage. Now, this is going to be an incredible tag team. This is a dynamic duo. All of these have been dynamic duos tonight. But coming to the stage right now, you're about to get a powerful message about change and hope and possibility. From California's Fighting 42. Yeah, Representative Robert Garcia, and joining Representative Garcia is the Kelly Robinson, Executive Director of Human Rights Campaign. She is the 9th president of HRC and the first Black queer woman to lead the largest LGBTQ Representative Garcia and Kelly Robinson.
Hey everyone, how are we doing tonight? It is so great for both Kelly and I to be here with all of you, two proud members of the LGBTQ plus community who are proud to be standing tonight with the people at the People's State of the Union. The single most powerful moment tonight is going to be when Donald Trump has to look up at the gallery of the U.S. House and see the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein looking straight back at him, demanding justice, demanding truth, and demanding accountability. We should be crystal clear about right now what is happening in our country. We have a president who is leading the single largest government cover-up in modern history. We have the single largest sex trafficking ring in modern history right now being covered up by Donald Trump and Pam Bondi in the Department of Justice. Why are we protecting powerful, wealthy men who have abused and raped women and children in this country? Why is our government protecting these men? At this very moment, in my place at the Capitol is a woman named Annie Farmer. Annie and her sister Maria both endured horrific abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. As we move forward in this investigation, always center the survivors. We are going to get justice for the survivors. And Donald Trump may call this investigation a hoax. He may try to deflect our work. But our message to him is very clear, that our investigation is just getting started. And we will get justice for these survivors. And tonight I am proud to be here with a true champion of equality, because at this very moment, not only has HRC and Kelly stood up for survivors and the victims of abuse, but they stand up for our community, for gay people, for trans people, for queer people that are being attacked and whose rights are being moved back every single day. So it is give a big welcome, and I'm proud to be here with the amazing Kelly Robinson.
One more time for Congressman Garcia, y'all. Can we thank him for being out here with us for the People's State of the Union? This is what leadership looks like. This is what queer leadership looks like too, okay? I'm Kelly Robinson. I'm proud to be president of the Human Rights Campaign. We are the largest LGBTQ plus civil rights organization in the world, 3.6 million members strong and fighting every day. But today, I'm here for the people who are in same-sex marriages or worried about their families. I'm here for the parents that are tossing and turning at night over the safety of their queer youth. I'm here for every trans kid that just wants to feel seen, valued, and loved. I'm here for every trans person that's been kicked out of our military and every person living with HIV that's denied their PrEP medication. I'm here for our community tonight. Because I gotta remind this country that lesbian, gay, bi, trans, and queer people, we've always been here and we're not going anywhere. We have paid for it in funerals, in freedom songs, in court cases, in classroom battles. When I say this is our country, I'm saying it with my whole chest. And once again, we are here to defend what is ours. Because my friends, these are not ordinary times. There's nothing ordinary about this president removing the pride flag from Stonewall. About them cutting billions of dollars from HIV prevention and throwing it into building more ICE detention facilities. We need health care, we need food, we don't need mass incarceration. And there's certainly nothing ordinary about this government murdering United States citizens. Renee Good should still be alive. Alex Preddy should still be alive. Ruben Ray Martinez, Dr. Linda, Keith Porter Jr. and all the other people who died in ICE custody should still be alive. These right here are serious times that require serious leadership. And if that leadership isn't going to come from the White House, it sure as hell is going to come from people like us, gathered like this to create change and fight for freedom and not give up on our country. Isn't that right? So I want to say this. I pray that one day my children will grow up in a world where they feel just as safe surrounded by the American flag as they do when they are surrounded by pride flags. And the only way that that day will come is if we show out and vote this November. If we talk to our neighbors about things that matter. If we don't give up on one another and don't give up on this country. And I'm reminded by the words of the great Ella Baker, y'all. She said, "We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest." And I'm not going to rest while our immigrant neighbors are under attack. I'm not going to rest while they keep coming for our queer and trans youth. I'm not going to rest while they try to unravel our democracy. Are you going to rest? No! Are you going to fight? Yes! Are you going to vote? Yes! Let's do the work and let's get free, y'all.
I feel like she needs some walk-off music after that. So, a DJ. You need a DJ?
Yes.
Alrighty. So we all know that the convicted felon Donald Trump thought that he could test certain cities to see if they were made of the metal to crumble. One of the cities he's picked was Portland, Oregon. And Portland said, hell no, ICE gotta go. Portland also said, hell no, National Guard is not gonna happen here. Federal judges told this administration no. And what did Trump do? He called for their impeachment. He doesn't believe in the rule of law. But Senator Jeff Merkley is here to let us know and to let all of you know that the rule of law is still alive and well. He's joined tonight by Nafisa Fye, Washington County Commissioner who made history as the first immigrant and refugee, the first Black and the first Muslim commissioner in that county. She is outspoken because ICE and Trump's secret police are terrorizing our communities. Let's hear it for Senator Merkley and Nafisa Fye.
How y'all doing tonight? You know, Kelly Robinson, who just spoke from HRC, how about another hand of applause for her work in the equality movement? And how about this? How about we pass the Equality Act so discrimination and bigotry is eliminated across the United States of America? Now, if the president was telling the truth tonight, he'd be saying, well, here I am 1 year in, and you know what I've done over the last year? Nothing. Make millionaires a lot richer and everyone else sicker and poorer. Is that the kind of America we want? No! You know, it's pretty incredible to see really the damage that can be done by a leader like Donald Trump. And part of that damage is undermining the very core of our Constitution, the checks and balances of our Constitution. And he has really had a 10-part plan to be able to do that. And one of those parts of the plan, an incredibly dangerous plan, are troops in the street. It means federalizing the National Guard. So we're going to stop that? Yes! It means he wants to send the military out and surround the polling place in November. Are we going to allow that to happen? No! It means ICE operating as secret police. And I can tell you this, I never thought we'd see secret police here in the United States of America. I mean, you read about it at some other country, about people who have no badges. They show up in an unmarked van, they have no judicial warrant, they knock down the doors, they grab people out of the house, they grab people out of the car, they proceed to disappear them, they don't let them reach an attorney, they don't let them reach family. Folks, we have secret police right now in the United States of America, and we've got to end it. And perhaps the most dangerous part of his 10-part plan is rigging the next election. That's right. Have you heard about this thing called the SAVE Act? What he means by save is he wants to save his authoritarian control and turn the presidency into a kingship. We're going to let that happen? No! Yeah, the SAVE Act would say, well, we're going to take folks who generally might vote for the blue side and make it hard to register to vote. We're going to make it hard to actually vote. We're going to make it hard to do vote by mail. We're going to make it hard for women who have changed their name when they got married, or men who changed their name when they got married, doesn't match their birth certificate, make it difficult for them to vote. You know what? I think if you really believe in the Constitution of the United States of America, you want every single citizen to be at the ballot and able to cast their vote for how the direction this country goes. So tonight, I am really pleased to introduce my guest, Nafisa Fye. Nafisa has broken a lot of boundaries. She came to the United States of America as a Somali refugee. She became a leader in her community, not just her Somali community, but her Washington County community. She proceeded to get elected to the county commission and to be a real fighter for the fundamentals for families to thrive, for healthcare, for housing, for education, for good paying jobs. And you know what? I want to say this. When the president and his team attack any group resident in the United States, let's stand by their side. When he attacks our Muslim Americans, let's stand with our Muslim Americans. When he attacks our Hispanic Americans, let's stand with our Hispanic Americans. When he attacks our Somali Americans, let's stand with our Somali Americans. Together, we are virtually all immigrants. Let's together make this nation stronger, embrace each other's talents. I say hell yes to diversity. I say